Hey, what's up? It's me, Marco. I'm gonna do something a little bit different now. I know all my videos, they're always something funny or something aggressive or angry. I had a little epiphany not too long ago, and I don't know, something about me, I just need, I feel like I need or I want to do something good. So that's why I figured that I can do something with a good deed. Good deed, help somebody out, do not expect anything in return. And I figured, not to look for it, but if the opportunity presents itself, then I'm faced with a decision whether or not to do it or not. So simple as that. Let me tell you, my goal is maybe 100 deeds. I don't know. Maybe more, maybe for the rest of my life. But I want to make a video count that of all the good deeds that I have. Now mind you, each video is going to be a deed. So I'm probably going to have a lot of videos, probably going to have very little, I don't know, but so, alright, so let's begin. A long time ago, 2003, I was in New Rochelle High School, maybe, I was young, I was very young, I was like 17 years old, 16 actually, and afterwards, after school was done, I'd go to the McDonald's on North Avenue, go there with all my friends. All my friends would chill there for about 2 hours or so, eat, bullshit in the back and all that. And I noticed, for the longest time that there was a lady, very nice old lady though. She must have been in her 70s, give or take. She had like dark, fading blonde hair away. They were turning away, but you could tell she was blonde. Very nice, very sincere, very humble, beautiful, lady. And her name was Grace, So I noticed of all the times that I would go, she would always just sit down by herself, and she would eat, but she would just look really happy, So, I don't know, I guess that one day I decided, I was like, hi, my name is Marco. Let's, nice to meet you. She'd be there with her little coffee and all that. And, she would just, hi, welcome, nice to meet you, the pleasure's all mine, Marco. My name is Grace. Please sit down, and, how are you? How are things? You go to New Rochelle High School and all that. And I swear to God, we became the bestest friends, this lady and I, because every time when school was done, I actually looked forward to going to McDonald's, talking to her, because she was very nice, but she was always by herself. So whatever little company or whatever little time I could always, give her, she would just appreciate it so much. She was just so happy. She was just very thoughtful. She was just like, you made my day, Martha. I don't know, because I wouldn't really know what her story was, but she would just take the time to actually sit down with me, talk, ask me questions like how's school, how are things, do you have little brothers? And then, I told her about my brothers. They were really young. She's like, oh, you're going to be such a good brother. Just take care of them. They look up to you, you're supposed to take care of your mother, your father, make them proud. And so she was very nice. And we spoke for a long time, for a couple months. I remember one time though, she went there, because I always order my cheeseburger or something and sit down with her and talk. But one day though, what she did was, I sat down, I was talking to her, she was like, what happened? You don't get any cheeseburger, And I told her, I don't have no money right now. So she gave me a couple of dollars, I felt so embarrassed. She's like, listen, we cannot have a conversation unless you have a full stomach. So go up there, get some food, and, come back and then we'll talk, And I told her, listen, I'll repay you tomorrow. She's like, no. Don't pay back my money. Just give me a good story, Just talk to me, You just got to talk to me. We'll have some jokes and all that stuff, and it'll be fun. So I was like, all right, deal. We could definitely do that. So came back, we spoke, I would tell her some funny jokes and all that stuff. And she would tell me about her husband, how he was a good guy, that he would like to cook. Because, she, in her late age, times were different. He was more the working man, she stayed home, and took care of dinner, the chores, raised the kids and all that stuff. Respectable, she raised kids and she took care of everything. That's perfect. She did what she had to do. As long as her family was taken care of and happy, she was good, But, yeah, so we would talk, and it was just cool. One bad thing, though, that I noticed that after a while, like I noticed that she just stopped showing up. You know, I don't know, but she was like always happy. She didn't even look sick or anything, but she just stopped showing up, and it was pretty sad because I would always, look for her. My friends would be like in a parking lot, whatever, just chilling. Like, Marco, come, like, and I would sit at the table and just wait for her, have a coffee ready for her, and it's because once, after a while, I noticed that she wasn't coming back. I was just like, well, she may have died. She may pass away. And so she did, unfortunately. I guess it was the time and all that stuff. But I could always say though that decision to actually to get to know her definitely inspired me. Definitely changed my life because it's hard to find good company. Granted, yeah, she was like 55 years older than me. But she was just like, she didn't took me for a joke. She actually saw me as a human being. She taught me to just learn just a little bit more and to like appreciate other people. I guess that's why I'm always like nicer to people for some reason, unless they do something wrong with me. But like, I started off as some kid that didn't know anything about her. But I was proper with her. I introduced myself, spoke to her. And I didn't have to do it. But I did, and I wanted to. And because of that, like, this woman who had not much time longer, I guess I could say that I had, put a smile on her just a little bit longer, or just a little bit more before she went. So, I look at that as my first good deed, like something that I didn't have to do, but did it, and it made her happy. So I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. But, yeah. Grace, I'm gonna miss you. Like you're a beautiful woman. You're pretty awesome. Thank you for the conversations. You definitely will be missed. I was at McDonald's today. Actually, I sat at the table right behind. I hope you see this one day, But I was there today. Sat at the table right behind where we normally sit. Told my uncle also about how we would meet. But yeah, so good deed number one. I helped a lady, I put a smile on a woman's face, before she went. And that's it, And in exchange for that, I feel good about myself. So that's why I'm going to start doing more good things like that. Alright, well, please don't judge me, people. I'm not trying to do this for any reason. It's just that I just want to record, the good stuff that I do so that if other people decide to watch this, they get inspired to do good things, acts of kindness themselves. And just do it just because it's the right thing, like helping your fellow man, not being greedy or selfish. Just have a little bit of compassion, not everybody's always going to be doing good. So that way you got to be like, if I was in their shoes, what would I want, But yeah, so thank you very much for, I guess, hearing my story. I don't know, I'll put some more videos up. Bye.